at the bottom of the hour, I'll spend about 2 or 3 minutes showing you some vacation photos. Last year, I tried to go down to where we go when I was a kid, to Bolivar, down by Galveston, and they searched us every time we took the ferry over. And this time I thought, well, I'll just go down to Port Aransas and then go over to the National Seashore and drive through there. And, I mean, literally, it was like Big Brother on steroids. We'll just wait till you see the photos. So that is coming up for the PrisonPlanet.tv viewers. We'll obviously be narrating and talking about and describing the photos for radio listeners out there. Speaking of PrisonPlanet.tv, we are being censored all over YouTube. David put up a little backup channel, and they suspended that and shut that down and just said, no copyright infringement, you just can't have a site. So there's some other channels that other people run, and it looks like they're shutting those down. It looks like Alex Jones is not allowed on YouTube. So banned here in the United States. The establishment's figured out that we're having a big effect on them, and so now I'm taboo. I am the big, nasty, evil creature that people can't be allowed to hear, because I'll actually read government documents about how eugenicist Nazis actually run the world government, and they're poisoning you and your family. So that is coming up. You know, I'm getting that weird cell phone interference. You know when you have a cell phone by electrical equipment? How it will, I see somebody's charging a cell phone on top of the board out there. Maybe that little devil is on doing that. You know, cell phones got to be good for your brains. Forget all the thousands of studies admitting it's causing brain tumors. The little microwave units. It's got to be good if you put it near electrical equipment and it messes it up. You know, come on. It's good for you. Okay, I said I'd take your phone calls, 1-800-259-9231. I just want to encourage the listeners to get PrisonPlanet.tv memberships. You not only get all 20-plus of my films and films like Jason Bermas's Fabled Enemies, you also get live access to this show for at least 2 hours a day, and then Jason Bermas, 9 to midnight, simulcast the radio show at PrisonPlanet.tv, and we show video clips, documents, exclusive videos. You know, here you have my book, Paul Watson's book online, his ebooks at PrisonPlanet.tv. 5+ years up and running, and it just gets better and better. So PrisonPlanet.tv, I want to thank all the members out there who've done that as well. They make this show possible. Randy in Montana. Randy, you're on the air. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, we don't get your show here until like 4 in the afternoon, so I may be way off topic here, but last night, CBS News 60 Minutes ran what I consider to be the most blatant psyop that I've ever seen with UAVs, and how they single out individual vehicles and individual pedestrians and just annihilate them.
So they showed you the drones.
You never hear them or see them.
So they showed the drones that are face scanning us and tracking slaves, and you know.
Yes, they did. And a lot of people would look at this as just the superior Western technology against the Eastern barbarians that we may be fighting. But I took it as a direct, it's a direct threat. Like, I live in a rural portion of Montana. I shoot in my backyard all the time, and they showed them identifying people from the heat signatures of their weapons, and just, 1 second they're standing there, and the next second it's like the whole landscape around them erupts into like a small nuclear explosion or something. Well,
there is no topic today. We're covering news, covering a host of issues. Tell us what station you listen to us on in Montana, Randy.
Well, it comes on in 2 time zones here because we're so close to the border, but I get it on KPAX, Channel 8 out of Missoula, Montana. And then again, you can watch it 2 hours later on KREM out of Spokane, Washington.
You mean see it or listen to it?
See it. Those are television stations.
Oh, the television stations are carrying the radio show or the feed from...
No, it's CBS 60 Minutes.
No, I was asking how you're listening to the show, sir.
Oh, I'm not right now. It comes to me by KGEZ, but it's not on until 4 p.m.
Yeah, that's, what's the call number of that? What's the frequency number of KGEZ?
It's 600 a.m.
Yeah, don't they call it like Z600 or something?
Z600, that's it.
Yeah, I just wanted to plug that station because, and I appreciate your call, sir. Great points. I don't plug our affiliates enough. And there are so many great affiliates who I'm so thankful for. So I wanted to thank that station, 600. Yeah, not which one 60 Minutes is on. Yeah, what they do is they always introduce a weapons system that is being used on the foreigners. Oh, we tap Al-Qaeda's phones, and then a year later, and we tap all of yours too. So watch what you say, slave. Or they'll be, hey, we have Predator drones for foreigners, and now for you. Or we got surveillance blimps over Iraq, and now they're here. Or, yeah, we face scan and thumbprint all the slaves in Fallujah to track and trace who they are. And now we do it to you Americans. Because we're the globalists. We've conquered you, too. And it's the same story over and over and over and over again. They claim they're doing it for people like, oh, we're using surveillance satellites for the Russians and the North Koreans, and now, local police departments with Homeland Security grants, they dial into the live surveillance feeds of the NSA satellites, and and NASA's launching more satellites than the NSA is to watch the American people. And by the way, we're going to use those satellites to tax you by the mile. How does that sound? Let's go take another call here. Let's talk to Ryan in Mass. Ryan, you're on the air. Ryan just hung up. Robert in California, go ahead.
Good day, Herod Jones. How are you doing?
Good, sir.
Okay. I don't know about the lovers of death, but I do know in Isaiah 28, 15 to 17, it does talk about them making a covenant with death, and at hell they were in agreement.
Read the passage.
Okay, it says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell we are at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us, for we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood we have hid ourselves. And it says, thus saith the Lord, behold, I lay in Zion for a foundation, a stone, a tried stone, a precious cornerstone, a sure foundation, that he that believeth shall not make case. Judgment will I lay to the line, and righteousness to the plummet, and hell shall sweep away the refuge of lies, and water shall overflow the hiding place. And hell, in spiritual terms, is a hard word, which is truth.
All right, interesting. I'm trying to find the exact passage where it says that they were lovers of death. They loved death.
Well, I've been trying in my search engines. But I do have a question, though. I do have a question. What do you know about the Council of National Policy?
We had, what's his name? What's that professor? I've had him on like 20 times over the years. But you bring it up, and so I forget his name. What is his name? Oh, man, he wrote The Politics of Heroin. It'll pop in my head in a second. We've covered it. It's like a neocon kind of thing to co-op the conservative movement set up by some of the folks, the Hunt brothers. And you just popped in my ear. Who? No, that's not. It's a professor I have on. I'm having one of those moments where I can't remember names, and it happens to me sometimes. But I've gotten a lot of emails about that. So last time I had that professor on, I asked him about it. People said that he's saying it's the most powerful group. And a lot of people get obsessed with left-wing, right-wing, Catholic, Protestant, on and on and on. The globalists have tried to infiltrate and take over every major group. That's why you just have to move forward with liberty and freedom and a culture of liberty and freedom. But you can tell us about it. What do you know about it?
Well, I just know that it's another one of those roundtable groups, I believe. Membership only by other members that bring you in. And they do have a lot of ties throughout the world. I've been doing a little bit. I've only done a little research because I've been working on the book Tragedy and Hope, and so all the things that you and Harold Watson were talking about, pretty much they wanted to do back then, except that they wanted Hitler not to go to war. They would just want to do it by stealth and negotiation.
Yeah, and so that's why they went ahead and took the Nazis in and put them into their stealth mode. Listen, I appreciate your call. It is driving me crazy. What is the name? He'd write Politics of Heroin. That's another author. What did he write? He's a 9/11 truther. Oh, man, I can't stand it when I can't remember somebody's basic name. It'd be like if I couldn't remember Jim Mars's name. He's written about it. I don't know. Anyways, let's go ahead and take another call here. Let's talk to Randy in PA. Randy, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, you're looking for Proverbs chapter 8, verse 36.
That's
Those
right.
who hate me love death.
Those that hate me love death. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Also want to bring to your attention, I got a strange late night, Sunday night phone call message from my daughter's high school. And of course, I'm here in the great old home of the Army War College. Now, there was a threat of violence to the school. So the school system, I guess, decided they'll leave every school student's parents a message.
Yeah, what that is...
we got this... Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, just stating that there's this message, there's this violence, this threat of violence, and that they want to make us aware, and then they're on top of it, and it's still okay to go to school.
Yeah, that is a localized